Hello, car campers. For the past 10 days, oops, horse poop, I almost stepped in it. For the past 10 days, I've been exploring Western Nevada. On today's episode, I'll show you my methodology for blocking out my windows when I'm stealth camping in the city. I'll show you how I made an electronics repair on my dash camera. I'll teach you amazing cuisine that you can make on your camp stove. And I'll show you and take you hiking with me as I explore the snowy peaks near Lake Tahoe. Join me on today's episode of Car Camping with Keith. Good morning, car campers. All right, so when I am stealth camping in a city, of course, when I'm out in the wilderness, I just leave my windows open because I love to look out my windows and see the stars at night. But when I'm car camping in the city, I always block out my windows and I use black poster board. Woo! Black poster board. I get this sheets of this stuff at the Walmart and I cut it out to the shape of my window and then I just pop it in every night. There is a problem with it though. It does get kind of ratty-tatty. It tears a little bit, ratty-tatty, tatty-tatty. But what I found is this will last, easily like 100 installations. So these are $1.50, I think, at Walmart. I'm gonna buy some today and I'll show you how I cut them out and then install them into my window. This is not rocket science. In my opinion, it's better than Reflectix because my windows are tinted and from the outside, you can't even tell that there's anything in my windows at all. It just looks like I have super dark tint in my windows. Especially at night. You can't tell. You can't tell. And that's what stealth camping is all about. Okay, let's go buy some new poster board and I'll put them in for tonight. Bye. But even if there's any of the slightest, tiniest little tears or openings, especially if I'm in a well-lit parking lot, that's where the light is going to come in, inevitably, invariably, indubitably. The light is going to get in that crack and it's going to shine right in my eyeball every time. It's like, how does that happen? How do those photons of light know where the crack is and then how to line it perfectly right into my eyeball? I think of that every night. But then I think about some inspiration that comes from Leonard Cohen. I don't know if you're a fan, but I just want to read this to you. It's probably my favorite verse from a Leonard Cohen song from Anthem. And this verse says, "Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in." When life gets you down and when you feel like things are against you and when you feel like you're trying to block out the light and there's a light that's shining right in your eyeball, think about that verse and think about your imperfections. And your imperfections are what allows the light to shine in. So okay, I think everyone should have a dash cam, and I have this. I've had this a couple of years. It's the Van True dash cam. I'm relatively pleased with it. not 100% pleased. I have a few complaints about it because I'm a bumbling doofus sometimes. I ripped the cable out and actually damaged the mechanism. So I'm going to attempt to solder this, just do some electronic soldering. This is just a non-fancy soldering iron, probably, what was it, maybe $7 or $8, and then some lead-free rosin core solder. This will be all I need to make my repair on my dash camera, and I've used a big clamp here to hold the entire assembly down onto this metal grate, and then a small paper clip to hold my two parts together. And I don't know if you can see it with this camera, but there are actually 4 soldering points that I'll make connections to right there. So this is Boondocking Electronics Repair 101. I am set up under this pavilion. I have just finished my breakfast. Actually, I still have some to go. I made breakfast steak and grilled onion, yummy, yummy, and then some fresh lime squeezy onto the steak just to give it a little bit of tang. And then I had a couple of other veggies that went along with this. So that was my breakfast. But now what I'm going to do is make this electronics repair. And luckily, I am in this pavilion right here, and there is a power outlet. So I have plugged in all of my charging contraptions, my phone and my external battery source, and I'm going to plug the soldering iron in here and make this repair quick and dirty. All right, let's see if this dash camera works now. Oh, let me move the camera over here. Gosh, okay. Right here, there's the dash camera, and I'll just plug this in. Oh, all these cables are a nightmare. Let's see. And it works just like that. Cool, how about that? So I have power, and it goes upside down and it's recording. The red record button is working. So with a little bit of solder and a new soldering iron, I was able to save this $200 dash camera. Cool, awesome. Hey everyone, so I'm here in Reno. That's the city of Reno with the airport below and Rattlesnake Mountain that I climbed a few days ago. I believe this trail is called, what was it called? Highland Loop Trail. I don't know the name of this mountain, but look at this. There's a heart. Someone has made a heart right here on the peak. How great is that? To find a heart on a mountain right at sunset. I'm going to stand in the heart. Woohoo! Maybe it'll bring me good luck. Maybe. What do you think? I don't know. But I think this is pretty fantastic. Great hike. I wasn't expecting the payoff to be quite so filled with love. But yeah, Reno in the distance at sunset. Nice. Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're enjoying my video and the sights and sounds here in the Reno and surrounding areas. Let's chat for a second. I would love to share a story with you, if you don't mind. Me getting maybe a little bit philosophical just for a minute. So if you've watched my videos in the past, you've probably heard me speak about the concept that your fortunes can change in the blink of an eye on a whim, and you never know what the next moment is going to bring. So I'd like to share an experience that happened to me here locally during this trip. So I came into Reno mainly just wanting to see the sign that says biggest little city in the world. I think that's what it says. Whatever it says. So I was downtown Reno, just kind of walking around looking at the sights and sounds. I do like to go into the city sometimes, but generally I really like to get out into the wilderness as much as possible. So I looked up on my map and I saw this peak that said Rattlesnake Mountain. Well, I thought, well, yeah, of course, I have to go check out Rattlesnake Mountain. So I drove there, set up my camp stove, made this awesome dinner for myself just prior to sunset, and then I climbed up on top of Rattlesnake Mountain. And it was a short climb, I don't know, maybe half a mile or so, a little bit steep, but nothing super strenuous. But there was no one else up there except for one other person. And I didn't really want to interfere with that person because I didn't want to intrude on someone else's solitude. But on the way down the mountain, we kind of caught up with each other, struck up a conversation, and it was just this pleasant, beautiful interaction. Almost like we were friends immediately, which was great. And then the next day, we went snowshoeing together up near Lake Tahoe in the deep snow, up a mountain called Incline Peak. I had never been snowshoeing before, and it was just this great day. It was almost like Providence stepped in to change the course of my immediate journey. So I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you appreciate that story, and I hope you appreciate the idea that sometimes you just need to open your heart and your mind and realize that even if you're just having a lackluster day, or maybe even a bad or terrible day, the whims of fortune can change in a blink of an eye. I think that's beautiful. I think it's great. I think sometimes that keeps us going from one moment to the next, knowing that things can always get better, and even sometimes better beyond our wildest comprehensions. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that story. Thanks for watching my videos. I hope you like these. I hope you're getting something out of it. I sure do appreciate you watching. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye.